Good morning, everyone. Outfit of the day is Adidas, Hello Kitty. Then I've got a red top on and some shiny leggings. I have just hopped on to. I watched something very, very shocking. ITV News released some footage of elderly people in corridors in a London hospital, and it was very disturbing and upsetting because as I used to be a carer, we were taught respect, dignity, privacy and everything else in that environment, but they're not adapting that in the NHS. And then the health secretary is apologising and saying that the NHS is going to fix itself. It doesn't fix overnight, it's going to take time. But these patients are waiting like 8 to 10 hours, maybe 2 to 3 days to get treatment, and that's not fair on the elderly. And I just feel, in my opinion, we need to be getting more funding for the NHS because it's not fair. We're all human beings, but we need to be treated with respect, dignity, privacy, and we need to make sure that when you're doing a medical examination, it needs to be in a private room or in a ward where you can close the curtain and no one else can see you. When I watched that video, it made me cry because I'm such a caring person anyway, and to see elderly in the corridors waiting maybe 2 or 3 days just for treatment is absolutely ridiculous. The government need to sort themselves out. If the government don't do nothing about this, it's going to keep going on and on and on and on, and people are going to get frustrated. We are meant to be the richest country in the UK. Come on, we need to sort this out. We need to sort all of this stuff out. And the other thing I'm going to say as well, if you you go to the doctors and you say you want to be referred somewhere, you're waiting maybe 2 to 3 years for a referral. That's not on either. That needs to be sorted out. Like I say, the NHS is breaking and the government are not doing anything about it. So I am going to start a tag. I'm going to start a little thing going on, and the hashtag is help the NHS get better. We don't want to go into 2026 with all this palaver going on with the NHS. You can't even get into a dentist. You have to wait a year. I'm still waiting to get on the waiting list to see a dentist. I have not seen a dentist since 2020, and we're in 2025, nearly 2026. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why can't the NHS just sort it out? If you have like a problem with your teeth and you need something out, you have to go private. I can't afford that. I can't afford to go private to go and have a health check. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I feel the NHS is breaking. Who's with me? If you are with me, put in the comments, hashtag let's get the NHS better. Tag the health secretary in this video. Tag ITV News in this video. Let's get this out there. I feel like the NHS is breaking. I feel we're not getting treated with respect. We're not getting the dignity we're meant to be having. We're not getting all of the privacy. So when you have, like, say for example, you're having your blood pressure taken, you should have it in a private room because it's private to you. Same with any physical examination, needs to be in a private room. In the video, they said one lady had to have her ECG in a toilet. In a toilet. How unhygienic, for a start. 2, you could spread germs. 3, it's not very dignified. And for me, that would really upset me. I bet her family were upset. Imagine if you were an elderly person sitting on the corridor for maybe 2-3 days at least. It's not fair on you. You can become uncomfortable and get bed sores if you do not get turned every 2 hours. As I say, if you are in on this, please tag ITV News and the health secretary in this video. Let's get this video pushed out so we can help the NHS. I feel they're suffering. I feel bad for all the staff in the hospitals. One of my experiences was, and I will tell you, it was a long time ago, it was about 3 or 4 months ago, I had a swallowing problem on the left side of my mouth. I couldn't swallow. I went to a hospital, local hospital to me, called James Paget, and I went to A&E because the doctors couldn't help me. I went to A&E and I waited about 6 hours to get some medication for my throat. I got there, signed in, and then about 2 hours later had the pre assessment, so your blood pressure, your temperature, and they ask what's the matter. Then I came out, I had a blood test as well. I came out and I sat for another 4 hours with my godmother by my side, and then I got called in 5 hours later and they told me the only thing I could have was the spray because I couldn't go in to be admitted to have any antibiotics because I had so many antibiotics in the past, so they wouldn't let me have it. But at the end of the day, I shouldn't be waiting 5 hours. Also, as well, they wanted me to do a survey afterwards and I refused to do one because I was that angry with the NHS. This is why we need to all come together as a community and start helping the NHS. So we are going to tag ITV News, the Health Secretary. The government need to see this. The government need to do something about the NHS. This is a big, massive problem in the UK. We get free NHS over here and I feel like we don't get it because we're always waiting for something along the line. We have to wait. It shouldn't be like that. Let's all come together and help the NHS get to where they need to be. Let's get corridor waiting gone. Let's get new wards. Let's get bigger A&Es. Let's get more staff and let's help with anything we can. Also, another issue is ambulances. When I went to James Paget the other day, there was a lot of ambulance waiting. There was about 25 ambulances waiting. They had elderly patients in the back. Now, if they've got dementia, it's going to make them a lot more stressed because there's nowhere to go. Think of their well-being. Think of the mental health. Also, when mental health patients come in to be assessed, they can get stressed. It can set them off if there's no support in place. I am a big believer about mental health awareness. I have mental health myself. I have depression. I have anxiety. I know how it feels. I'm happy to help anybody and anybody that needs help. So today we are going to spread the news about helping the NHS. Let's get this video out there on the algorithm and on any social media you have, including YouTube, and we will get this out to everyone in the community. I hope you have a smashing Friday and a lovely weekend. Lots of love, and we love our NHS, and thank you to all of the NHS staff that have gone that extra mile to help us with the NHS, especially this winter time. And I want to say as well, we can do this as a country, as a community. Let's sort the NHS out.